Oh, it's that time of day. Latte, here we go. Good morning, everyone. I am woke up in such a great mood today. I guess I finally got enough rest. But today, I'm on the quest to find cornmeal. That's where I'm heading. Cornmeal, I'm gonna go find. I think I'm gonna go to Food City and see what they have for bulk. Now, we have a Sprouts down the road. Sprouts can be pricey, but I'm gonna check them out too because everyone deserves a fair chance and a fair shake at making their deal. I got a deal for you this morning I want to share. The deal is this. We know across this nation, food prices are not going to go down. Anybody who thinks they will well, they need to wake up, have coffee, because they certainly are not headed anywhere downward. However, the stock markets are surging. We heard about that news yesterday. Great news. The stock markets are surging. Walmart and big corporations have paid their stockholders big dollars. Where's your payoff? If you're not prepping, if you're not making grocery shopping at least a part-time job to save money along your way, you're hurting yourself. I hate people having to hurt. The purpose of my video this morning also is this. I want to do a huge shout out to Nikki. She has a channel in Tampa, Florida called La Pause Bound. I'm going to show you a clip of Nikki here in my video. A great shout out she did to Kevin and
I just throw things in baggies and then pop them in the freezer. But when the ice crystals form, sometimes it can be rather hard to identify what is in my freezer. Yeah, I can label the package, and if I'm not being lazy, I will do that. But I recently came across Jeffrey and Kevin's YouTube channel, which I will link below. They live out in Arizona, but they also have a house in Florida. They're on a similar path as us with wanting to be expats. So about 10 months ago, Jeffrey started to be a food prepper, and he has some great tips on how to buy, freeze, and store food. He and his husband have a $100 a month grocery budget. A month. Ours is $400. Now, granted, it seems prices at his Safeway grocery store, which we don't have in Florida, we don't have that chain, they offer some unbelievable prices that I just can't match in Tampa. But he buys only on sale, and then he uses his vacuum food sealer to prep individual portions. He stores everything in 2 freezers. We also have 2 freezers. Dawn bought me an upright freezer when we lived in Connecticut 15 years ago. It sits in our garage. So go check out their channel as they have some great tips on how to save money on groceries.
Now, I'm not doing this to return a favor to Nikki. I'm doing this because I am proud that Nikki has had the, let's see, what did they say in New York when I worked up there? The chutzpah to start talking about real life challenges of feeding yourself. Now, Nikki talks about how she currently lost her job recently, and I know many of you who are watching are jobless, and many of you who are struggling have lost your job, or sitting on pins and needles at a job you don't like every day, wondering if it's your time next to be axed. It's not a good place to be. I understand the frustration out there. I get it. You do too. You feel it when you're in public. Turn your TV off. Stop listening to the news. The news is only going to bring you down. What you need to do is start turning on people like myself, who I find to be very, inspirational. I tell Kevin I'm funny too, right? And he says, shut up. I guess when you've been together long enough, you can do that with one another. I also got a comment recently about my mohawk, in that it was liked. I'm not sure it's a mohawk. It's the only patch of hair I have left, and I'm desperately holding on to it, just like I do my dollars when I grocery shop. It's all got to be about me, 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 me. That's the society we live in. I get it. But it's important that me learn how to be kind, respectful, engaging with people, because we're on this struggle together. Food prices out of control. But let's go back to Nikki. Nikki is starting her journey on her page, and I really would like for all of you to, I'm going to put her link down below. I really would like for you to check her out. She's quite inspirational, and I really like the way she speaks. And she's in the Tampa area, and I know that area like the back of this hand. That's where Kevin and I made a fortune. We had 5 Airbnbs because everybody wants to suntan in Florida, lay on those beaches, soak up the sun, drink their drinks, and have a good time. And we thought, well, hell, we don't play in the stock market, but we certainly like to play Ozzie and Harriet. For those of you who are old enough to know, welcome. Come, enjoy. We had 5 Airbnbs. That's what we did in the Tampa Bay area. And we did quite well, quite well. When COVID hit, that changed everything. That rocked everybody's world. It's hard to believe it's been, what, 6, 7, 8 years now since that pandemic hit. People lost a lot at that time. And I know that we're tilting on the cusp of losing things again. Anyhow, when COVID hit, that's when we sold, got out of Florida, and moved along the nation's highway. I want you to know that if you start thinking without an emotional attachment to panic and fear, we'll get through this. But I want you to also become very aware of how you spend your money. I'm gonna hook up a video. Oh God, I got so much footage. People ask me, Jeff, do you put up videos every day? And I say, well, I could. I don't know if people are gonna get bored with that or not, but I certainly like to speak, and there's no one in my house to talk to. Kevin's sleeping. So I do videos, but I am going to attach a video here. I recently walked through Walmart because everybody has Walmarts in their area for the most part. And again, you'll hear me say, I am not a fan of Walmart. I am not a fan of Walmart. And it's the only store in town for so many people. So I walked through and looked at turkeys and different things to where I can see where you could put together a Thanksgiving dinner for 4, stretching it right around $25, maybe $30, somewhere in that area. And I'm even thinking of doing a little mini Thanksgiving dinner here at the house for Kevin and I before Thanksgiving, although we are hosting 2 Thanksgivings in 1 month. I don't know, what I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm gonna post a video on how you could do that. I got all kinds of content that has inspired me. My thinking has just went trying to figure this mess out with feeding ourselves. And I'm sure you're in the same boat. So I'm going to link Nikki's page on La Paz Bound out of Tampa Bay, smart lady. And down there you have Publix. I shopped at Publix when I was there as well. Publix is the only game in town for the most part, so you're held hostage to their prices. And if they don't want to do a coupon, they don't have to. They don't want to lower prices, they don't have to. But when you're stuck and held hostage, you still can shop smart. You just have to really maneuver through that store and find what works for you. You may have to go off brand. Let's do this as an example. And I'm not endorsing Jiffy peanut butter by any means. However, Jiffy's a brand that everybody knows because, see, they market to you to get your money so the stock market can share all the profits with their stockholders. So there's Jiffy peanut butter. You may get hooked on Jiffy because that's what you've been told since you were a child. So you don't look at other alternatives. However, there are alternatives out there. Now in the Tampa area, living in the area, I know there are some ethnic stores as well. You know, some Latino stores that you can go to. Now you may tell yourself, I don't go into those neighborhoods. Communities are just trying to get by also. Invite yourself to go on a little trip. Go into some communities you've not been into and check them out too in regards to their buying power because they eat as well. So shop ethnic markets. There's other stores in the area, and I'm trying off the top of my head, trying to remember myself of one. I can see the store. I've walked through it, but the name's not coming to me. But regardless of where you're located, you know, and I had people say to me also in a recent video, yeah, but you can't get what you get in the city. We live in a city, and we don't have a car. Have you heard of Instacart? Now it's gonna be pricey, but you can do Instacart and they'll bring it to you. So even if you don't have a car, they'll bring it to you. Thing at our store down here at Safeway, and they're part of Bonds and Safeway and Ralph's and some other ones. They have now, even like Safeway, they don't even want you in their store. They want you to shop online, and they offer you deals, digital coupon deals to shop online that don't even come in the store. Because if they don't come in the store, they don't have to hire people to serve you. That tells you something. It's heading to AI. So if you don't want to go to the store and you can afford a few extra bucks, let me tell you this, Safeway even has a program. You can buy, I think it's $25 or $75. I'll have to check this out more extensively to become a member of a club to where you get free delivery. Yeah. So you can stay at your house and order online, take advantage of the digital coupons, and get free delivery. They have all those programs now, at least at the Safeway markets. So you can sit on your computer, sit on your tablet, order your food, take advantage of the weekly sales, and click on your digital coupon to make sure that you get the additional sale price, and you're on your way. And someone will come ringing your doorbell sometime in the afternoon when you schedule your delivery. So there's all kinds of options out there. Let somebody shop for you. All these stores have in-store shoppers. You take your order, you type it in, they'll walk through the store, pick it up, put it in your cart. However, you must be extremely precise of what it is you want, and do not click on an alternative product in case it's out. Because if it's alternative and they're out, or they just can't find it on the shelf because they don't want to look hard enough, you will get something you didn't want, higher priced. So make sure you do not click on alternative item. Meaning, back to your Jif peanut butter. If you don't want Jif peanut butter and you choose a different peanut butter, and you get the opportunity to, on that check-in of that peanut butter, to say, it's okay to choose something else if they're out of that peanut butter, don't do it. Because if you do that, they're gonna just say, oh, what the hell? And they're gonna grab Jiffy for you. It's a person picking up your stuff. It's all on how they shop for you, for the things you want in that aisle. So be very cognitive of that also. Well, that's all I'm going to say this morning, because tomorrow is coupon day. The new coupons come out. So tomorrow I'm going to have you come along with me, and I'm going to take a look at the coupons and see what the weekly sales are to see if there's anything that entices Jeff and Kevin to run down to the store with our little shopping cart in glee and pick up only what is on sale. Anyway, I'm gonna get this posted for you. Please also take a look at Nikki's channel. I think you'll enjoy her. She speaks very nicely. You know, I've had comments on my channel, people say, several, I really like your voice, Jeff, and you explain things so well. I really like your voice, it's very calming. I found Nikki's to be very calming, you know? So please check her out as well. There's several people out there just like Kevin and I, and like you, who are just trying to get along and trying to get on. So let's get on with our day. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time, ciao. Take care of yourself. Be kind.